When Marty was a child back in the 90s, she tells Monsters Among Us that she was a fan of ventriloquist Edgar Bergen and his dummy sidekick, Charlie McCarthy. She says that when her father came across a ventriloquist doll as he wandered through a small magic shop located outside of Santa Rosa, California, he decided to buy it for her birthday. While ringing up the sale, Marty says the cashier gave her father weird vibes and said to him, "You know, when you put your hand inside the doll, he's going to come alive." Laughing off the comment, he brought the dummy home to his daughter. According to Marty, she was over the moon when her dad gave her the doll, saying, "I was so happy when I got that doll. I was obsessed." But before long, strange things began happening. Though impossible because the doll's head was made of hard plastic, she says its expression would change, including a smile. Worried something would happen to her precious dummy, Marty's family shut it away in a cupboard most nights. One night she and her family were awakened by the pitter-patter of steps in their living room. Thinking it was the dog or another family member, they went to look. No one was there, except for the doll who was sitting on the couch. "We remember specifically we always put it away because I loved that doll so much that I took care of it," Marty says on the podcast. Other strange occurrences began happening. While Marty and her dad were away, her uncle was alone in the house. The uncle says he heard Marty's father calling his name from the living room, even though he wasn't home. When he went to look, he found the doll once again, sitting on the couch, and no one else. "All of our family was pretty much scared of the doll," Marty says. "People would start hearing their names being called, and we would hear walking at night. So we just decided we needed to get rid of it." Being Mexican and religious, Marty says her parents wanted to burn the doll in case it was demonic. They put it on the grill, and according to Marty, it wouldn't burn. This doll would not go up in flames at all, whatsoever. They tried cutting it up with a knife, but were unsuccessful. Finally, they threw it in the trash can. After the garbage was collected, Marty's dad went to retrieve the bin. In it, the doll. To rid themselves of the dummy, they dug a hole in the backyard, then filled it with cement. Marty and family have long since moved away, but she says they still think about the doll and the possibility that eventually it finds one of us. If there's no such thing as ghosts, then explain the supernatural incidents at San Diego's Whaley House, a destination dubbed America's Most Haunted House. I have definitely been present when people claim they hear things, smell things, and in some cases, even see apparitions, says Victor Santana, operations manager at the Whaley House and Museum. Widely known for its unexplained occurrences, the historical house was built in 1856 by Thomas Whaley, a former New Yorker who came west during the gold rush. It's quite possible Whaley got a sweet deal on the land, given it was once home to the San Diego Gallows, a place where countless criminals were executed. Or, though he doesn't know exactly how many people died at the site, Santana says one prisoner stands out. "Yankee Jim Robinson was executed on site after he stole a boat," says the Whaley House manager. "Legend says that Thomas Whaley was actually a witness to that execution." Whether it's true or not, Santana says that Whaley reported haunted happenings in his home in the years that followed, citing heavy footsteps going up and down the stairs while he worked in his office. He would also sometimes hear a man grunting, if you will, and he would attribute that to Yankee Jim Robinson, he says. After dying of natural causes, Whaley is said to have become a ghost himself at the house, with some visitors claiming to smell the cigars he enjoyed smoking. Or you might even see him at the top of the staircase looking down on you, says Santana. Other mysterious occurrences at the Whaley house include the unexplained scent of lavender in the air, attributed to Whaley's wife's perfume, as well as possible ghosts of the Whaley family's pets. You might feel something brushing up against your leg, even licking your leg in some cases, and they believe that's the family dog, says Santana. Has Santana ever actually seen an apparition there? I have never seen a ghost, he confirms. However, he has had a couple of odd experiences, including seeing a doll that seemingly appeared to move on its own once, and occasionally he's heard a woman's voice crying late night at night. Santana was also present during a paranormal investigation at the site in which an EVP, electronic voice recorder used by investigators, picked up something utterly spine-chilling. You set up a recorder and you ask questions like, "Is anybody in the room with us? What is your name?" So, one of the questions was, "Are you happy that we are here with you tonight?" explained Santana. And when you play back the recording, you hear somebody say, "No."